Hey, hi, hello there, and welcome back to another Anthropologist Watches Amberlynn Reid. And yes, these videos are behind, and I'm sorry. It's been a few days. Mercury is in retrograde, and it is truly showing its retrograde side. All right, so I'm going to be recording 2 videos in the same shirt. Is basically what I'm telling you. Anyway, this is the first official weekly weigh-in / you'll never believe this. I mean, there's some people that don't. I don't know if I'm not one of them. I might be rambly. I'm going to try to not be too rambly. This one's kind of serious for her. I know a lot of people, I did my first live yesterday, and I know a lot of people were saying that this one was super boring. I actually thought it was kind of interesting for her content wise, but I also have a weird sense of humor. So let's see. Before we get started, thank you to everyone who is subscribed to the channel. You guys are amazing, and you're all helping my channel grow, and I honestly didn't ever expect any of that. So thank you, sincerely. Also, thank you to all of my members. I'm going to be putting together more member content starting next week, because I know at least 2 of you are at the grad level, and I think I promised you like extra cat pictures. So I'll definitely be getting stuff together, not just cat pictures, but you get me. Anyway, I'll be getting some more membership stuff together for people. Currently right now, all you guys get are the rune readings, and I figured you might want something else. I don't know. Also, thank you to everyone who's going to hit that like button. See what I did? And who will leave a comment as we go. It cracks me up that several of you do this, and I'm not mad at it at all, but several of you will comment as you watch the videos. And I think it's hilarious. It is helpful that you put the little, I didn't even know you could do this, honestly, but you put the little timestamps, because sometimes I don't remember what I said. And so I click on the timestamp and it jumps me to the part in the video, and I'm like, oh yeah, there we go. Now I remember. So I'm enjoying that. That's been a lot of fun. And yeah, the first live went really well. It was a lot of fun. I learned some things. I mean, I didn't have, other than I showed up late, I didn't really have any bad hiccups or anything. So, I mean, I feel kind of confident about it now. We'll definitely be doing more of those. I'm just not entirely sure. I don't know when next, basically. I don't know. So there's that. Anything else that I need to cover? I don't think so. Oh, I am a anthropologist by training and a retired archaeologist. That's it. Those are my creds. My focus in my undergrad was in human evolution, human diet, and human osteology. Basically forensic osteology. I know what trauma looks like on the bones because that's what I looked at. Don't get me started on teeth. Teeth are awful. Teeth belong in your head, and that's where they belong. Ugh. That being said, I was an archaeologist for a long time, and between the two fields, you pick up a lot of random crap, just in general. So most of the time, my opinions are my opinions, and if I ever have a situation where I'm like drilling a fact into you, I will definitely leave a link below, because that's what you do in academia, and otherwise it's just my opinion. All right, so I don't think we need to say or do anything else before we get started, so let's just hit, oh yeah, she is sped up to 1.25. I don't know how many times I'm going to keep saying that. I always have her sped up. I would honestly watch her at a faster speed, but I want the videos to be watchable to people at home. And I know sometimes people speed me. I mean, I would assume people speed me up because I would. Just because I watch videos at a faster pace and they're usually recorded. Did any of that make sense? Anyway, let's get started.
To film this video because it is my Monday weigh-in, my official first Monday weigh-in to see how much I lost the first week of getting back on track. So
okay, so I know in the last video she said something to the effect of, oh, Monday will be my first official weigh-in, and she's been weighing herself all week. This is what she was talking about. Her official number is going to be Monday to Monday to Monday. We'll see. But that's how the plan is laid out. as I understand it. So yes, she is weighing herself in between the Mondays because it's Amber, but the official number isn't until Monday. So I just felt like that needed to be clarified. I really don't like that color on her. Not the shirt, the lipstick. It just doesn't look good on her.
So I don't know what it is, but I just went to bed Sunday night, which was the 13th of August, and I was like, I need to wake up and change a lot of things. I need to go on a self-love journey. I need to stop getting high. I need to put better food in my body, less food in my body. I need to lose weight. I need to be more productive. I need to just treat myself better in every single aspect. Like, so many different things that I needed to check off, and it's a lot. But in this last week, I have not felt this energized, this productive, this clear-minded.
Since you did Optivia, since you did the keto diet, since you did the diet that your dietitian gave you. I don't know if you said this about the mustard and cottage cheese diet, because I don't think we ever fully admitted that was a diet. So, but literally, you've said this about every diet you've gone on that I've seen, and I've only been watching since the Becky era. You say this. I don't think you say this about Weight Watchers anymore. So that's interesting.
Like, I truly feel so much better. And I have decided that I'm not going to be sharing what I'm doing to lose weight because there are so many people with strong opinions. And I have the personality type where it's like, if I hear several people saying like, oh my God, this is a bad idea, or whatever it may be, whatever opinions, it messes with my brain.
Couple of things. A, we are not your friends. We are not your therapists. We are not your doctors. Do not listen to us. I don't know why you continue to do so. And B, I'm okay with her not telling us what she's doing because I said this in the live. The few times I've seen her lose weight where she doesn't tell us what she's doing, she does well until she tells us, and then she stops succeeding. So if not telling us what's going on is going to help her lose weight, I'm okay with it. I don't need every detail of her life. And if this is the thing that gets her to drop weight, cool, whatever. I mean, we're still going to be able to tell if she's sticking with the mystery diet or not, because we can tell when she's gaining weight and when she's losing. So
that's just like who I am. So then I start to sit back and I'm like, crap, am I doing something wrong? Like, should I stop doing this? Like, this has happened so many times.
If you know that's what happens, if you know you're prone to that, and you know this will happen, and you know this is a character flaw, why don't you work towards not doing it? If you're aware and self-aware enough that you can describe to me the process that occurs that causes you to make these decisions, then in my opinion, you should also be able to back away from it and stop yourself from self-sabotage, because that's what you're describing is just self-sabotage, and you're just blaming your audience for it. But you're aware of what's triggering it. There's no reason why you can't take control, is what I'm saying. As opposed to just being like, oh, there's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, you could do a lot about it, and you know it's happening. So you would know what to watch out for, what triggers are to keep an eye out for, that kind of stuff. And you should also know that, like, when you see or hear or start to feel that, you should be able to back off of it and be like, okay, wait, if you're this self-aware, you know, not everybody is self-aware as Amber, I guess, to the point where they can literally tell you step by step what happens when they're basically triggered and having a negative reaction to something. This isn't like end of the world reaction kind of thing, but she's aware that when she starts to read the comments and the comments contradict what she's doing or saying or whatever, she claims she lets that get into her head, and then she starts questioning her own judgment. So you know where the key moments in that is, so you know where you know where to stop or where to back up or where to reflect. I'm not saying it's like easy, But I'm saying that if you know it's happening, you don't like that it happens, you could stop it. But then again, she wouldn't be able to blame us. She wouldn't be able to blame the audience for her failures, which is also what's happening here. It's our faults that she's failed in the past because we have said negative things in her comments section. So again, it's never her fault. It's always our fault.
In my weight loss journey here on YouTube. So I think I'm trying my hardest to like prevent that from happening. And it's just like protecting me, protecting my energy, protecting myself, protecting my progress.
And I'm, again, this would actually technically be what I'm saying she should be doing, which is not engaging in the first place. So I'm fine with it. I really am. If she doesn't want to tell us, that's fine. Because again, if it works for her, great.
And my success. But anyways, let's like totally get into it. So here is my weigh-in from August 14th, which was last Monday.
543.0 pounds.
This ceiling and I are going to become best friends. I want a screenshot of this ceiling to put on my phone. So every time I unlock my screen, I can see this ceiling for the rest of my days. Anyway.
When I weighed that, I was so shocked. It definitely made me like, yeah, today's the day. Today's the day to throw out anything you've ever known about weight loss, about any of my past mistakes that I've made. I need to throw it all out and I need to start completely fresh. Because usually when I would go into like a new diet or a new journey or whatever, I would go back all the time and like look at my past mistakes and be like, okay, well, don't do that, but then also do that because I was successful doing that, etc., etc. But it's like, no, obviously I was never successful doing anything because I'm literally over 500 pounds. So
Well, there's no lie here. This is one of those moments where she's saying all the right things. And if it was anybody other than Amber, I'd be like, girl, yeah, you got this. You're figuring it out. Look at you. You're growing. You're doing the damn thing. But it's Amber. You know? A week from now, we're going to be right back where we started, and it's going to be someone else's fault.
Everything that I told myself I was going to do, I have done. And that's crazy for Amberlynn, because you guys know me. I fail a lot. I do. And whether that be because of mental illness or whatever it may be,
I mean, you can blame as many things as you want, but in the end, it comes down to you. That's a face. Sorry. If it was anyone else saying these things, I would feel like they were recovering. But it's Amber. This face pretty much sums it up.
It's true. I don't know how to stick to things, and I'm always flip-flopping with things and changing my mind. I'm just a super indecisive person, and you know, with my food addiction, I always let that win, and I always choose food over my health, over my happiness. Twinkie heard a little tiny beep and barked.
Well,
you okay, baby girl? So 1 week later, here is my weigh-in.
528.
hello, ceiling, my old friend. I'm rewriting that song.
0.4 pounds.
So that means in total, in 1 week, I'm down 14.6 pounds. Like, that's a lot. And already I know, like, that's not going to be happening every week, not even anywhere close to that. Because just in the last 2 days, I've only been down 0.6 pounds, and I've been doing everything the same that I have been doing. It's just when anyone starts a weight loss journey, they always lose the most amount of weight.
Is she doing that whole point thing again? Did she just say she was down 0.6 pounds? Stop doing that. Stop it. Stop. Just stop. If it's not a whole pound, don't worry about it. Again, I'm really sorry about this face. I believe it's water weight. If whatever she's doing is working, I believe it's water weight. But I mean, at this point, she's probably lost at least 1 or 2 pounds of fat by this point, I would assume. But also, like, I don't know, by not eating if she's really cleaning up her diet and she's not eating all the processed foods and she's not eating all the sugar and everything, then technically her lipedema shouldn't be flaring up as much, and it would probably like drain somewhat, but she doesn't actually do any of the other treatments for it. Thanks, phone. Thanks. So, I mean, it's entirely possible that she's losing fluids from that. I don't know. There's a lot of things to be said there. Like, water weight's still weight. If it was her swollen lipedema, then getting it to unswell would technically be weight loss. It's not fat loss, but it's still weight that's on her body. And I don't know. There's a whole conversation that we can have there. But again, if she's still losing weight like this a month from now, then I will be impressed, because we know Amber. I hope she can make it a month, but
Week 1. Honestly, for me, it's been super like motivational to lose weight that quickly. And if I'm being 100% honest, knowing that I've only lost less than a pound in the last 2 days, doing the same thing I have been doing for the rest of the week, it does scare me, because my past self, past Amberlynn, would look at that as a failure. But right now I'm looking at that as like, no, like, you were so successful. From Monday to Monday, you have lost 14.6 pounds. Like, that is pretty much almost 15 pounds. And then another way that I have loved looking at this is I started last week in the 540s. I'm now beginning this week in the 520s. That's a big, big change. Like, truly it is. So
yes. Her weight loss slowed significantly. It basically stopped after the first week. So I don't know. I don't know what that says exactly. We had the conversation in the live about if she was on water pills or not, or some kind of like weight loss medication or something. I don't, honestly, I hope she is, because it will help her. It will help her. I know a lot of people have like bad concepts of like weight loss drugs and stuff like that. And I mean, I guess if they're abused, yeah, they could probably be potentially pretty bad for you. But most of the stuff that's on the market now, you could probably like eat the whole bottle and probably be okay still. But if she's getting like medical intervention, medication kind of thing, I mean, shouldn't it keep working? Because basically what she's saying here is that last Monday to Monday, she lost, what was it, 15, almost 18 pounds, something like that. And then this week, she's already weighed herself past Monday, and she's only lost half a pound. That's basically that weight loss stopping. So I guess now I really am curious. So either that day that she weighed herself, she binged, which is Amber. It's entirely possible. Or whatever she's doing or taking, she's building a resistance up to. Because if you were actually cutting your calories and were religiously sticking to a calorie deficit, which I'm sure is what she's going to claim she's doing, then her weight wouldn't plateau for a while. Is what I'm saying. Like, yeah, because she can have so many calories in a day and still lose weight. Like, she can have twice the amount of calories that I can have in a day and still lose weight. So, because I am not a bodybuilder, so I don't get to have all the big calories. Bodybuilders. Okay.
for this week, I have the same goals. I want to continue doing what I have been doing, but I think there is a few tweaks and a few adjustments that I would like to make. I really want to like open up a little bit more about that, but I cannot help that, like, just that fear in the back of my brain. I don't feel comfortable yet. And it's like, I go back and forth, like literally within the same hour, where I'm like, oh my God, do I want to tell my audience what I'm doing?
You really need to talk to a therapist about this. This really is a conversation you should be having with your therapist. It's fun that you're sharing it with us, but you should really be talking to someone who's trained to deal with this kind of crap. You should be talking to them about this. We're not going to help you, and any advice we're going to give you, you should probably not even listen to. Like, we aren't your therapists. Stop using us like we are.
Like, I'm just super proud of myself. Like, I want to share this. And then in that same hour, I'm like, no, don't do it. So yeah, it is super conflicting. But regardless, I do want to keep doing what I've been doing. Maybe tweak it a little bit. I guess I could say out loud, maybe just a little bit less carbs. I'm not doing like low carb by any means at all. I will say.
What is this? it's not even that she's shaking her head. It's the side that all of her hair is on. Like, she can't not shake her head. That it's like she's doing it so frequently. It's almost like she's having like a moment. Which, as far as I know, she's not been diagnosed with that. So what? It's like she wants to toss her hair, but she just can't. I mean, it's really long hair. It's hard to toss really long hair, but like, it's getting annoying. I'm sure it's just as annoying watching me do it.
That things that I have taken out of my diet, I do not allow myself like any like sweet junk, like no candy.
See?
So hard. No ice cream. So hard.
See?
Things like that, because those are
like
things
even
that I
her
haven't
shaking
eaten,
is
like
weighted down.
And just
Look.
none of that, because that is so freaking triggering.
If she swept her hair to the other side of her head, would she then start doing it to the other side of her head? Or because is it just the hair placement, or like is she doing something? Is she doing that on purpose? Is what I'm saying.
For me, like on a whole other level, I have a massive sweet tooth. I, hands down, I bet you I could eat a whole box of fudge rounds, which are 8 in one box, in one sitting.
I mean, I could, so I'm sure you can. And didn't you eat like an entire package of Chips Ahoy's anyway? So that's not even it's not even that good. You don't have to bet us. We know.
I know I could. Like, I literally know I could. That is how bad my sweet tooth is.
We've watched
and
you.
How comforting sweet food is for me. Like, it is so comforting, like a whole other level. It's almost like medicine. And
it's like a drug. It's like an addiction. It's like you're addicted to it. Go on. Like medicine, though. Instead of taking it the negative way that it should go, you know, this is her literally admitting her addiction. It's not registering that to her that's what she's doing, because instead of saying, this is my addiction and these are the cravings I'm having for my chosen substance, she's comparing it to medication, something that makes you better, something that makes you healthier. She's equating that to medicine. That's weird to me. It also tells me pretty much everything I need to know about what she thinks about food. And to be fair, like, I'm not a sweets person. Okay, if it's a donut or a piece of cake, we just don't even keep that in the house. But like, I can eat savory food, like salty, savory, fat food, all day long. All day long. Which is why I don't buy it.
that's crazy to admit out loud, because I don't know if I ever have before, that like there are certain foods that feel like medicine to me. Like,
see? That feel like medicine to me. You know what feels like medicine to me? Medicine. And I do a lot of herbal teas and that kind of stuff. I mean, I'm a big home remedy kind of person. It's just how it's granny magic kind of stuff. So like I'm there for it, but you don't binge on herbal tea is what I'm saying, because homebrewed medicine tastes like crap. I can't think of a single thing that I've ever made at home that didn't taste like absolute crap going down. Makes you feel better in the long run. But yeah, in the short term, it's like people who drink NyQuil. A couple of you are like, oh yeah, I love the taste of NyQuil. What is wrong with you? Like, what is that? Oh my God.
Like, if I need any sort of like happiness, or if I need like to be numbed out, like if I'm super sad or I have anxiety or I feel lonely, like if I turn to like my favorite ice cream, instantly all my worries, all my sadness, all of that just completely goes away.
Not only does it go away, but did you see the way her face lit up when she said, my favorite ice cream? I can't even mimic it. She was in ecstasy just thinking about the ice cream. Also, you're literally describing how an addict craves their substance. It's not medicine. Okay? This is also why I don't believe the gummies thing. She doesn't talk about the gummies like this. She doesn't get that happy look in her face about the gummies. Maybe she's had one in her life. Maybe she's had a handful in her life. She's not addicted to them. Never was. This is all that this is Amber discussing her addiction. Can we look at the differences between this and her offhanded comments about how, oh, I haven't gotten high in a week? When was the last, how long's it been since you had a sugary snack? I bet it's been less than a week.
It is wild. But then after I'm done with that bowl of ice cream, that's when I have the regret and all of the sadness comes back, and I'm no longer like in a fake happiness state of mind, and I'm no longer.
It's not fake. You're in a happy state of mind. That's the problem. That's why it's addictive. It's not a fake feeling. It's real. You're just inducing it with food. That's why addiction is difficult to get over. Because it's your happy place and you're taking it away. It's not fake happiness. If it were fake, it'd be easy to stop because you could find real sources of happiness. That's why this is hard. I'm not laughing at her. I'm just like, what she's saying these things and just thinking she's like, she thinks she's having like a revelation here, but she's completely missing the fact that she's literally describing addiction and how it works and what it's like when she hasn't had her fix. How are you missing this? Like, how is she sitting here saying these words to the camera and then sat there and edited it and didn't make the connection? Mind blown.
Numbed out by what I just ate, and if anything, it makes me gain more weight, and I'm putting, not the greatest things into my body, and in the long run, that's obviously doing me more harm than good.
The only problem she sees here is the weight that she gains. That's the issue. The reaction to the addiction, to the reaction to sugar, the cravings for sugar, the need to have sugar, the physical need to have sugar, that's not a problem. The weight she gains from it, that's the issue. That's a secondary complication. The problem is your addiction to sugar. The weight is just like the result. The weight's not the actual problem here. Wow. I missed all of this the first time I watched it. That's insane. That's like, there are so many analogies I can make, but probably will get demonetized at this point for that. But it's the same kind of thing. It's like, man, I have these massive cravings for this stuff that I do that I shouldn't be doing because, but it's like medicine to me and it makes me feel good and it's my happy place and it makes me feel happy and confident and but then when the happiness wears off, then I start to feel guilty about it. Yeah, man, that's called coming down. Okay. So then I need to do more of the stuff because I don't want to feel down. That's addiction. Yeah. But really the only problem is, the marks it leaves on my arm. That's your problem? It's the same thing. Her issue isn't how she cannot function without sugar. Her problem is the weight that it puts on her body. Her size is an issue. I'm not saying that. But her size is a result of the unaddressed addiction that she is amazingly unaware of. She just sat here unironically and described an addiction cycle and didn't hear it at all. She just thinks she's having a regular conversation. Anyway.
That instant gratification I get eating a bowl of ice cream, which takes 7 minutes to eat. Like, it's just not worth it. And it feels like,
Girl, I do not believe it takes you 7 minutes to eat a bowl of ice cream. It doesn't take me 7 minutes to eat a bowl of ice cream. It's ice cream, for one. It's not going to be there in 7 minutes. And two, no, we've seen you eat. It doesn't take you 7 minutes to eat a bowl of ice cream.
it, like in that time while you're like physically eating it, it's like, yes, this is worth it. This is, oh my God, this is great. Like, this is doing it for me.
I haven't watched Alex's Shook watch this video, and I don't know if he has reacted to it. I am very interested in watching him watch this, and I'm very interested to hear his take on everything that just got said in the last 3 minutes. Yeah, because Alex has been very open about the stuff he's gone through and all of that, and he can relate this stuff, and I would just be very interested to hear his take on this, because I'm just reacting from what I've heard for her say and comparing it to people who have been satellites in my life. Alex has actually gone through this. Okay. I just really would be genuinely interested to hear what Alex has to say about this. So I'm going to go back through his videos and see if he did comment on it. I don't watch his lives, so maybe he talked about it in his lives, but dude, are you kidding me? Really? Anyway.
But then instantly afterwards, I feel miserable. So that's a really, really big thing I have taken away, because, you know, the heartbreak diet, I was eating a lot of things that I should not have been eating. Like, it was bad, folks. It got really bad. I think it was my worst eating that I've done in a very, very long time. Years. It feels really nice to be.
And you're not remorseful about it at all. That wasn't how a remorseful person reacts to that. Again, the addiction isn't the problem for her. That's not the problem.
Free of that, and I'm just really proud of this last week and how many times I had to tell myself, you got this, I promise you got this, don't turn to the wrong foods.
We've heard this a million times. I can think of at least 3 times that she's had this exact same speech. There's a face. The exact same speech. Boy, she thinks she's Jessica Rabbit right here. Right here.
Don't mess up on what you planned out for yourself. It has been a challenge. I've had moments where I wanted to mess up, where I've wanted to go off my plan, but I stuck through it somehow. And I will say, like, I'm not being super restrictive. Like, I'm still allowing myself takeout. You guys saw that. Like, yesterday in my vlog, I mentioned I had sushi. I've been showing you, like, my Mediterranean meal that I love to get. Like, I'm still allowing myself to have those things. Because if I don't, your girl will spiral and she will never be successful, ever.
I don't know how I don't know. I'm of 2 minds of that. Like, maybe a little hair of the dog can help every once in a while, but also, like, that's the toxic stuff that got you where you're at. You know, sometimes cold turkey's the best way to go. Like I said, I'm 2 minds of it. When I cut sugar out, I cut sugar out. I don't have donuts. I don't have cake. I don't even have sugar in my tea or my coffee, which I hate. So, like, I cut sugar out. And then I'll slowly reintroduce it. But during those initial stages, it's verboten. So that's kind of my mindset of it. There has been studies of people who are on actual, like, diets, not like Optavia or whatever, but, like, you know, actual, like, lifestyle change diets. They've shown that having an off day is actually beneficial, not only for, like, the person in general, but it also helps with your metabolism. Having that 1 day of feasting revs up your metabolism. It's really interesting. But we're talking about 2 different things here. We're talking about cutting out a substance that I know is inherently bad for me versus overeating for a day on just whatever I want to eat, you know, and that could include sugary foods and stuff, but they're two different things that are happening there. So I don't know. Eating too much of anything is bad. Like, the dose makes the poison. So even if you're eating super healthy food, if you're overeating, if you're eating more calories than you need, you're still overeating. There's a strong argument that you can't overeat on whole foods because that's the nature of whole foods. But I mean, if you're determined to overeat and you force feed yourself on whole foods, you're going to get the same result. It's still overeating. I don't know.
I know a lot of people don't understand that because they think that like taking out, you know, all takeout is going to make me be so successful. It's not. By doing that, I'm ultimately setting myself up for failure.
Why? It's not like, why? What is your argument for why? What is the argument here as to why you need to have fast food? Because if you need to have something and you are incapable of functioning normally without that thing, there's a word for that. And you can be addicted to more than one substance at the same time. Yes, she probably should completely cut fast food out of her diet, but she's already admitted that she's not going to do that. That's the one thing she can't give up. Apparently sugar's not an issue, but the fast food, she can't give up on that without completely spiraling. Don't order the food. It's that easy. Just say no. Just say no, kids.
So I just know that the choices that I have made this last week have obviously been the right choices, and I'm just very proud of that. And I will share more eventually, obviously. Honestly, this looks like it's its own like separate video. So we have like a weigh-in moment. Like, I haven't had like just a strict weigh-in video in like a hot minute. So I think maybe I might start doing that again. I know I've kept you guys updated like with my weight and my vlogs throughout the week, but
So are you a weight loss blog again? Are you a weight loss channel again? Should we be expecting weight loss updates? Or are you a lifestyle blog? I mean, you can be both. I'm just giving you shit.
I think I might not do that, and I might just like have like one full video for you guys like every single week. What do you guys think? I don't know. I'm like thinking because, you know, I'm moving soon and I'm gonna want to have, you know, a few videos just like scheduled to go up so I can just like keep going. So like when things get really busy around here, I'm not gonna be able to like film, edit, upload all the same day because that's what I've been trying to do. So I'm trying to figure out like what I want to do maybe in that regard, because if I do Monday weigh-ins, then obviously you guys won't be getting
Film, edit, and upload all on the same day. You said this was the 13th. It is the 25th. This dropped 3 days ago. That would have been the 22nd. So obviously you're not filming, editing, and posting all on the same day. Maybe you're filming and editing, but you're not posting the day of, obviously. Also, I don't care if she backlogs stuff. It doesn't bother me at all. It doesn't matter in the long run. Nearly every other channel I watch films ahead because life happens. Also, these things take forever, especially if you're putting together like an actual like lifestyle vlog where you have to like edit chunks of things together, as opposed to something like this where I just literally go and take out the burps and the yawns and the stretches and the times my cat comes over and bites me, you know. It's, yeah, you. So there's a lot more editing, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. So it takes longer. So I can understand why people don't post the same day that they record. So also, I don't mind that she does it. I really don't. Even when it's like a month behind, I really don't care. It doesn't bother me. It's still Amber, you know. It still happened.
Those like on Monday, so it is a little confusing. Like, I know you guys are seeing this on Tuesday because I actually have a vlog going up today and I do not upload twice a day. I don't know what it is, but that just like, that's a no from me. I don't know.
There are words I could say, but I'm not going to.
I'll figure out. Either way, you guys will definitely be knowing my weight and my weigh-ins and my journey, and I will be eventually sharing more, so don't worry. But I do hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys are doing amazing, and I will see you in my next video. Bye. Hello, guys.
So she has a weight loss vlog again. I couldn't tell if the banging and the sliding was coming from the video or from my neighbors. It is very likely it's coming from my neighbors. So if you hear banging and sliding background noise, that's my upstairs neighbor. I think he likes to bowl in the evenings. So, my mind is blown watching her sit here and unironically discuss all of the aspects of being addicted to sugar and fast food and completely missing that she was talking about an addiction. But then also in the same video, trying to pass off her fake addiction as if she's recovering from it. I don't have words there. I can't put together a proper wrap up thought around that one. There's just so much there that needs to be processed. Like, I physically need to write these things out so that I can go back and look at them a second time. I don't care if she pre-records material, it doesn't bother me. I like it better when she's posting regularly and I can predict when she's going to post, which she's determined to not let us be able to do. I only like it because it makes my life a little easier. But obviously I still watch the videos, so. Anything else? No, not really. I don't really have anything else to add to this that I didn't say during the video. So if you've made it this far in the video, go ahead and like and subscribe, because if you've come back for this video, you're going to come back for another one. So wouldn't you like to just know when it's going to happen? I try to post regularly, and I am putting a schedule together slowly. I don't know if anyone's noticed yet. Yeah, so as far as let's play the emoji game, and since I mentioned bowling, go ahead and put a bowling ball or bowling pins down in the emoji section, the comment section, and also feel free to leave comments as you would like. And yeah, I can't think of anything else. So yeah, here's your final reminder to like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Again, thank you to everyone who has subscribed, and thank you to my members. And yeah, I will see you all in the next one. Bye.